Reasons Labour is opposing this bill.
Kanwal Bakshi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's my privilege to stand in support of this bill. Mr. Speaker, this bill, Electronic Transaction Contract Formation Bill, is an excellent piece of work done by my colleague Paul Goldsmith. The purpose of this bill is to provide some much-needed clarity on contracts and agreements which are accepted electronically or online. Mr. Speaker, as more and more organizations look to offer their services online, it is only naturally that the legal agreement that two parties sign may well be signed electronically. Thereby, it is imperative that the law is clear on such contracts and agreements so that the consumer is protected and the party offering the services is aware of their legal obligation. Mr. Speaker, this National Party government has always said that the clear and predictable laws are the foundation for any modern economy to succeed. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, it is no secret that markets prefer clarity and certainty from government in order to work with confidence and also to ensure that all parties to the transaction benefit. I congratulate my colleague Paul Goldsmith on introducing this bill and providing consumers and the market with certainty. This is no doubt will increase flow of business and make it easier for consumers to avail services. This will also attract more investment in different sectors with the clarity of the contracts bill. The bill, Mr. Speaker, also fits in with our government's agenda for making public services more efficient. We have, for instance, Mr. Speaker, initiated passport renewal service, make applications with work and income, filing one tax return, renewing one's vehicle license, among a number of initiatives to make life of New Zealand consumers easy. We are also working proactively on providing ultra-fast broadband to all of the New Zealanders. Mr. Speaker, this is no doubt will revolutionize the way many businesses, schools, healthcare providers and communities operate. It will also overcome the tyranny of distance which the rest of the world and new applications and way of doing things will be developed. The latest quarter report on government's ultra-fast broadband and rural broadband program show fiber rollout to the further 4,630 end users across New Zealand during the 3 months to 31st December 2013. This means more than 363,000 end users are now able to connect to ultra-fast broadband network across New Zealand. This means 27% of the project has been completed. Further, Mr. Speaker, fast broadband will provide prompt, innovative and creative services to the consumer. It will also create new jobs and grow the economy. Mr. Speaker, I would like to touch on the bill by the time of communication of acceptance of offer. The clause of the bill relates to the contract formation and as introduced, propose inserting new section 32A to expeditiously state that an offer submitted electronically will be deemed to be accepted at the time of receipt of acceptance by the offerer. This could create a misappropriation of hardwired rule applies that an offer can be deemed to be acceptable electronically only at the time of the receipt. The committee proposed amending the clause 5 to insert new section 13A into Act instead of section 32A to make it clear that this is default rule instead of rigid approach from which the parties would be unable to contract out. A new section 13A bracket 1 would ensure the bill achieves its intended effect. Section 11 of the Act establishes the time and the electronic communication to be taken to be received. The amendment would make it clear that the time of the receipt referred in the Section 11 of the Act also applies to the acceptance of contract offers that are communicated electronically. The Commerce Committee received 9 submissions, hearing of 2 submissions in person. The committee recommended the bill to be passed with amendments. The committee reported the bill seeks to amend the Electronic Transaction Act 2002 to clarify in legislation the time of which contract is formed when the acceptance of the offer is communicated electronically. The contracts are generally understood to be formed at the time of acceptance is communicated to the offerer. An exception emerged in the Adam versus Lindsell, the postal acceptance rule deemed for offer except by post that contract is formed at the time which the acceptance was posted. Whether this rule could be extended to the contract acceptance communicated electronically has not been tested in the courts. However, in the postal acceptance rule were used in an argument relating to the electronic communication, the bill would ensure that the general rule of contract acceptance is applied. Mr. Speaker, there are the intentions of this government to provide better services to New Zealanders. And we have set target of an average 70% of New Zealanders must common transactions with government will complete in digital environment by 2017. 10 transactions are to be being used to measure progress towards 70% uptake online. Renew adult passports. More than 125 people have renewed their passports online since the launch of adult passport renewal in November 2012. Apply for a visa. Apply for financial assistance with MSD. Apply for IRD number. Pay individual taxes. File individual returns. Pay fines like when the speeding tickets or any tickets issued by police can be paid online. Pay vehicle license with NZTA. Mr. Speaker, the experience of Smart Gate for air travelers is a unique one. It is very convenient that you just go to the Smart Gate and it is processed without any hesitation. This has really created and brought New Zealand into that category which has got modern technology available for their people traveling overseas. Mr. Speaker, this government wants to make sure that people have got all those facilities which they need in this modern world. And we are committed for the development of this economy. And we are proud what this government has done so far. And we hope we continue to grow this. I am really proud to be part of this government led by Right Honourable John Key, who has ensured that in past 5 years the economy is back on track, and when we received the economy in 2008, it was in real shambles, and we are proud that we have really made progress, and we hope to continue this. And I hope this continues for next 5 more years, and we will make this country as top country in the world in OECD. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it.
Electronic Transaction Contract Formation Amendment Bill, second reading.
This bill is set down for committee stage next sitting day, and the hour has now come to 10 p.m, so the House will be suspended until I resume the chair at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for the extended sitting. Good evening, everybody.